So when was the last time you lap danced at your Christmas party?
Never. Never once have I thought that that was a good idea to do. Christmas party or otherwise.
It's crazy. Hey, welcome back. What are we talking about?
It's the holiday season, the gift of giving, season of giving, I guess. And she decided, well, I mean, let's back it up here. So earlier this week on the news, there was this thing about some...
And really, hold on. I just want to point out...
Cut me off right...
I know, but before you start, this is what's on the news. But yet we're over here in a pandemic.
Yeah.
100th wave. Anyway, sorry.
Wow. Like, that's one of the things that's also in the news this week.
It's so frustrating.
There's multiple news outlets who post different things.
I just had this thought that, like, as you said that, I was like, really? That's what we're talking about? Like, we're sitting over here crying about this pandemic and it's the end of the freaking world.
Well, I mean, girl, that could be our next video. We can talk about the pandemic after. Like,
no, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just saying, just how our world is anyway.
Yeah, there's a bit of a disconnect. Anyways, this is what came across my, news feed, I guess. So, in New York, there was a NYPD Christmas party going on at some bar/restaurant. And there was video that was going around about a new cop, female, who at this Christmas party had given her lieutenant a lap dance. And it was caught on video, 2 videos actually, 2 people were recording. And then somehow this video was going around and it got into the hands of the higher ups of the department who are absolutely livid and just completely just not impressed. So as a result, the whole situation's being investigated and the lieutenant has been demoted to transit district duties or whatever that means in police talk. They haven't put out, they put out his name, but they haven't put out the rookie cop's name or her photo or anything like that.
Still under investigation.
Everything's still under investigation. I don't know if she's suspended or what. I couldn't find that at all. Maybe it's there.
That little story when you just...
But anyways, it's you just started your job. The thing is, though, all this hoopla over this situation... And, her father's chimed in and is saying how
she's been crying. Upset. She's so embarrassed.
Yeah. And it's okay.
I'm going to sue the precinct.
She's a full-grown woman. Anyways, I don't know how he's going to sue the precinct for a full-grown woman's actions. Anyways, how do you feel about this? Aside from the fact that you're annoyed that this is even in the news. Because we already know that part.
I'm annoyed that it's in the news. So Simone had sent me it last night, and I was just like, really? My first reaction was, 1, this is what we're talking about, and 2, it depends. It depends on the circumstance, right? Because I didn't look further into it because I was just annoyed by it. But if it was something that was forced, if she was forced or coerced into doing this and she felt like I had to do it, then that's one thing. But I also think that the setting that they were in and based on the video and watching the footage that's available, it seems like she wanted to do that, and she was very happy to do it, and he was very happy to receive it. So was 2 consenting adults. Mm-hmm. And they try to make it seem like, oh, she's younger because she's a rookie, so she's making mistakes. But it's no, she's an adult. She has an adult job. To be a cop is a pretty serious job.
You're not making donuts at the bakery. You know what I mean? You're dealing with people's lives.
This I'm pretty sure, don't they go through psychological testing as well?
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
So, she's aware of what she's doing, and he's aware as well. And he was married and has kids, and that's his own business if that's what he wants to do, grow up this girl. But she allowed him to grow her up, and she basically offered it.
It was a very enthusiastic lap dance from what I could see on the video.
It didn't look like she didn't want to do it.
And it went on for quite a period of time. She was also...
Then people are going on about how she's drunk. And I don't think that's... I've always been an advocate for this. Obviously there's different degrees. If you were blackout drunk because you're an alcoholic, that's different. That's a different scenario. But we're talking about just regular scenario, regular people, getting drunk on a Saturday, right? So that has always been point of contention for me. Like, people being like, well, I was drunk. Okay, yes, if I said, like, Simone, like, your hair looks like trash today, and then Simone next day goes, you know, Chrissy, you said that my hair looked like trash, and I said, well, it did look like trash, but I was drunk, and that's why I said it.
It's not a culpable excuse.
No, but that's why I said it. It's like, Chrissy was probably more likely to say that it was trash because
she was drunk.
Right?
It doesn't take away from the reality of the situation.
The reality is, I thought her hair looked like trash.
Exactly.
So it's still my feelings, right? And when people cheat, they always go, oh, well, I was drunk. And my thought, because I've been drunk a lot, like, I can't even say I haven't. I've been drunk a lot, and I was in a relationship a lot, and I never cheated on, like, my significant other, because it has to be in your mind to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I never wanted to cheat, so no matter how drunk I was, I never cheated.
Yeah. And so there hasn't been any comments from either party specifically, him or her.
I don't think they can. They'll just incriminate themselves further, I feel.
Yeah. Also because, it's under investigation at work. But it's like, it's two grown people doing, whether you think it's good, bad, shouldn't. I don't think that this is a Me Too situation or some people are touting this whole unbalanced power dynamic because of him being a lieutenant and her being a rookie. But everybody knew what they were doing when he sat down in the chair.
That's the problem.
And she sat on his lap. And that, whatever happened after that is their
For me, they weren't at work. And that's where the power dynamic doesn't, it's not like a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they were like in the office, let's say, and then it was like one of those things where everyone's around and they're like, you have to do it.
Yeah.
And then they push her in and she did it because, like, whatever.
Or like at home, if it was like a house party or something. And like,
They're at a restaurant and it's a Christmas party. And I get that it's a work Christmas party and there's like some kind of, I don't know, behavior code. I can't think of what the words are right now, but there's a way that you're supposed to act at your Christmas parties. I get that. But then at the same time, maybe these guys, like this precinct, they're all just really good friends and it's like a good time. And they all thought that they were in a safe, like, space.
Well, apparently not, because
we know
there were some people in that group that decided to videotape it.
It was the next girl who wanted to give the lieutenant a nice little lap dance because he didn't look like your typical old lieutenant.
No, he didn't.
So, I mean, but yeah, like, I just don't, I think this whole thing is so dumb. I think it's stupid that he got demoted. Like, oh, he should know his what's it called? Like, his role. Yeah. But it's a Christmas party. Like, it's the setting. That's my thing. I think the setting makes a big deal, makes a big difference. I mean, about.
And then I also wonder too, like, are they doing, like, and when I say they, I mean, like, the police department, are they making it this big investigation to cover their own asses because everybody,
something else went on?
Like, no, because if they're, like, everybody in that group, like, is a cop at that restaurant and they're looking at, maybe they're like, they don't want to have like a bad reputation for like the police or whatever. Then maybe that's why they're making it this big deal. But too late. I mean, the cops.
NYPD.
You're dealing with the cops.
NYPD always, don't they already have a bad rap? Like,
I feel like, a lot of police departments. It's not gonna. This is not the straw that broke the camel's back, and like people are gonna be like.
I'd rather these cops go around giving each other lap dances rather than like a corrupt
shooting
cop
people for no reason
who's getting a payout over here because I don't know. I just don't think this should be as like. They should be getting in as much trouble as they are for what they did or didn't do.
Yeah.
And at the end, Simone was saying that in the clip that she had watched, he got up, she got up, and they hugged, and that was the end of that.
Yeah.
Lap dance done.
Yeah.
You don't end a lap dance with a hug if you were forced into it, or you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't
like, I feel like there was some.
And the way she was grinding
relationship there already existing. This was not like whether there was a relationship already existing or she took it upon herself to be like, you know what, I'm going to shoot my shot and this is how I'm going to do it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
she wasn't even
she didn't look like she was.
Can I say discreet? What's the word? Like, she didn't even care that her panties were all out And like, you know, some people are like a little like, oh no, I'm giving you a lap dance. Let me hold down my skirt. She was just like everywhere, hands up, skirt up, like, so she wasn't trying to be like demure. There we go. She was not. This was like,
she was all in.
This is like
all in.
I'm thinking like, you know, like some backcountry dance hall fete where people are jumping off the tables onto each other. It was that type of thing. It was like legit that, you know? You don't jump off that table unless you want to. No one's being forced.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, it's true. Like, it's like, you know, this is not the situation where we should be like crying about like being taken advantage of or anything like that. I don't think that this was that kind of situation. No. And it sucks that it's being spun like that.
Like,
because at the end of the day, like, yeah, there's nothing. If the two people want to do that, then sure, fine, that's fine. But don't make it this thing about like, you know, oh,
they weren't in uniform and they weren't on duty and they weren't in the office. Like, if it was in his office,
yeah, that would be
at his desk.
Horrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's just so many things that are missing in this story for me to be
enraged. Yeah, for sure.
You're not even wasting taxpayer money.
Well, we don't know who paid for those drinks. We don't know who paid for those drinks. But aside from that, like, this is like, it's silly. It's silly. Lots of crazy things happen at company Christmas parties. And, you know, it just sucks that there were people at that party who thought it was, you know, like they probably thought they could get something out of this, or like,
I'm gonna find out about Simone's Christmas party.
You know, like,
sneak up into that restaurant.
It's
I'm
like,
recording for sure.
It's just like if you're participating in this party and you work with these people, why would you? Like, what is the motivation for, like, maybe they had a hate on for that lieutenant, or maybe they like.
But even him,
it's like still like, why would you do that? Like, I don't like why.
There's something more to it, because even just the situation, like. It was a circle of people, and the lieutenant was sitting on a chair in the middle of a circle of people, and then she came and lap danced him.
So it was a plan.
So there was some kind of background to it, and it was all intentional, and everyone was going with it. No one was appalled by it, or no one, like, if someone was, they should have freaking said something. Again, you're a cop. Like, this isn't, you know what I mean? This isn't 5th grade.
Yeah, I'm telling.
Like. Just be like, yo, that's not cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you could have pulled her away.
Yeah,
you know,
do something. If you were so enraged and, like, embarrassed and felt like she was being taken advantage of, like, why didn't someone do something?
There's always that one person who will come and be like, no, this is too much, you know? And then let's break it up.
Right.
There's always one person. Mm-hmm. So if no one did it, then obviously no one thought that it should be broken up. It was so frustrating.
People.
Anyway. What do you guys think? How do you feel?
Are you appalled by the activities going on at this Christmas party? Have you ever been at a Christmas party and seen some activities going on that were scandalous in nature and felt a way about them?
Have you been jumping off tables?
Have you been giving lap dances at your Christmas party? We would love to know. Leave us a comment.
Give us a like, subscribe.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.